I'm still upset. It's exactly like last week. I know last week I complained about the lack of clothing and armour. I was sitting there and saying, look, we had so many options, so many interesting collection continuation options. I mean, they're there now, but if you saw all the anime doors that could have been accepted, it's exactly like last week. Look, I'm joking. Anyway, I'm not joking when I say this is probably one of the best rush doors we have seen in a very long time. This is spectacular. We have the Knights Templar jacket, and it looks very, very nice with the rest of its set. We have the Naval Camo road sign gloves and boots being accepted, which means people stop asking me about it. Very happy about that. We finally see the Black Ops Tier 2. Ooh, well then. Do you remember when the face mask was accidentally listed at 25 cents each? Quite a lot of us bought a bunch of those. I'm sure many of you are quite happy to see how that's currently doing at the moment. Ooh. So hoodie and pants on the horizon. Ooh, we'll talk about that, don't you worry. But we also happen to see the first ever transparent Aimsight Redemption SKS. Oh yes, well SKS, but yeah, well, I don't think there'll be another one of that. But yes, the first ever transparent Aimsight on an SKS. We also saw the first Ioka skin to be accepted in about like a year and a half. Another pop star skin, and here's a warning to you, all of you: there might be more on the horizon, and you might be afraid of what you're about to see. What do you mean, Hedge? You might be afraid. Oh, and wrought iron's back as well. I wonder what we could see with that next, because I had been seeing a small box. I just saw a rug recently, but what else could we see from that? Gothic veil with a sheet metal door immediately after the sheet metal double door, and we also happen to see the Sunbaked Savage Axe. Honestly, I'm quite pleased with what we have, and I'm sure you are as well. Feel free to comment below, out of all those skins, which one's your favourite? Now, if I could also just point this out, it's been about 2 hours since the rust rotated, so let's now go over to here. Ta-da! And let's just refresh, so we're up to date. I don't think we are. 1,326 subscribers. What about Rust Help? Let's go over to here as well. Yeah, I think we're up to date. And you can always just go over to the workshop page itself, look at the subscriber count, just to be a little bit more sure. Yeah, as close as we can be, basically. So, all right, cool. Redemption SKS, $3. Naval Camo road sign gloves and boots. Well, they're slightly differently priced, as you'll notice. $1.49, 99 cents. Tier 2, that's looking very nice. $2 a piece, except the coffee can. That's $1.49. Knights Templar jacket, $3.49. Ooh, sheet metal door, $2.49. As you'll notice, we also happen to have the Ioka pistol at $2. Sunbaked Savage Axe at $2.49. Wrought iron large box at $3. Or $3. And the Popstar jackhammer at $2.49. And if I could just quickly point this out of all these skins, which one happen to be abnormal and which ones don't happen to be abnormal? Well, let's just go ahead and point out Naval Camo boots, they are not abnormal. Gloves are, though. And I can also point out that the antique Ioka pistol, that is also not abnormal. That means we still have quite a lot to chase after. We have a lot of things to chase after next Wednesday night. And, you know, you're probably fully well aware that we did the abnormals last night. I looked at all those skins afterwards. I actually went ahead and I bought 50 of these. And let me tell you, I'm very happy that I did that. But I felt justified because after we did the barders, I looked at the abnormal barter support. Yeah, the prices looked like they were going to hold. And now it's apparently pushing up to $7. So, cool. So if you don't know about that, I would recommend that you go ahead and consider watching the most recent Abnormal Barders video. That being the Ruskin Abnormal Barders, so April 23, 2026. Just watch the first 5 minutes, skip ahead to the Barders chapter right there, and then listen in as I discuss the skins and question, do I actually want to go ahead and buy them in the Abnormal Barder support chapter? So that's at the very end, basically. So yeah, I bought 50 of the sheet metal double doors last week. Very happy about that. Did you? Are you happy? Well, I'm sure you're happy with today's result. So, how about now we go ahead, take a look at all these skins, and get a good look at all of them. Alright, let's get started with Deployables. And first of all, we have a collection continuation. This was actually submitted the week before, so not the past weekend, but the weekend before that. That's why I didn't showcase it in my recent Rust Workshop skin checks video. We have one half of the sheet metal double door from the previous week. Yeah, it's a single sheet metal door this time. Gothic Veil, you are a pretty interesting looking approach. A very interesting looking design. But what's next? I'd imagine maybe like a garage door. But what would you personally like to see being made next? A barbecue? A Gothic barbecue? I mean, I'm kind of curious about that now. What would that look like? But I can say, at night time with the lights on nearby, it's not super flashy. It's not like super in your face. So, okay, I can tell you what that looks like. But what does it look like in total darkness? Well, pretty much the exact same thing with what we saw at the sheet metal double door. And again, that sheet metal double door was appreciated. That sheet metal double door did sell quite nicely. So keep an eye on this. $2.49, but we've seen a lot of sheet metal doors of the past sell for around the same price, and still they still went down. But if this continues to grow as a collection, I'm sure that'll work out quite nicely. More specifically, I'm very much expecting that the crypt building skin is going to be available May 4 swipe. So pair that up with that. I think you've got a pretty interesting combination. So, ooh, something to look forward to. Now we pan over to here, and I can sit here and say, Wrought Iron now has 4 skins in total. A transparent design, of course. What could they make next? If you aren't fully well aware, over the past couple weeks or so, we have seen a small box, we have seen a rug. I even saw someone asking for a vending machine. I'm not sure about that, because you could probably stick your hands through the gaps and try and take everything out of it. We'll see. Quite reflective, as you'll notice. Doesn't glow. But you should be aware of that. With the lights on at night time, though, you'll see it is ever so reflective. It's a very nice looking design. So props to Domch. What's he going to make next? Well, I did ask about a chair and table, so maybe we could see that in the future. But keep an eye on the workshop at the very least. I'm sure we've got plenty more interesting, surprising things to look forward to. Now it's time to go ahead and showcase the clothing and the armour. And all of the clothing and armour this week, it's collection continuations. So, as you'll instantly notice, I am wearing a very nice looking jacket. It kind of looks like a cape. Knights Templar will be greatly appreciating that. And I've already made quite a fuss about this on Twitter. When I wear the full set in a second, I think you're going to be very impressed. And, of course, we just also happen to get some Naval Camo roadside gloves and booties. Okay, get a good look at that. You can now technically say Naval Camo is a complete collection. Now, of course, in the future, we could probably look forward to the idea of potentially seeing some tactical gloves, a jacket. A jacket would also be nice. What would you like to see, though? I guess they could dabble into doors, some other deployables, maybe some weapons, but hey, feel free to offer your opinion, feel free to comment below. So yeah, that's looking very nice. But why don't we go ahead and make it nighttime? Right, so we've got the lights on nearby. You'll notice this isn't super reflective, it's not like super in your face. Alright, cool. You don't want to be super noticeable, so that's probably for the best. In regards to Naval Camo, we've seen this before. It isn't exactly super shiny. I know for a fact a lot of people are very happy about that. So, alright, cool. So, does any of it happen to glow in the dark? Well, people like to ask, and I like to just quickly point out, no. So, no glow here, no concerns, no worries. Alright, cool. So, how about I go ahead now, put on the full Knights Templar set, and then put on the full Naval Camo set. Behold, Knights Templar. So, of course, I can't wear, like, the chest plate or the vest or anything, but that jacket, oh, does it complement the full set ever so nicely. Now, I should just quickly point out, it's a bit of a tease because the roadside gloves and the boots haven't actually been accepted yet, but they have been submitted to the Rust Workshop recently, so, alright, you never know. What's your opinion? Do you like the jacket? Are you a fan of that with the full set right there? Do you reckon a lot of people could appreciate that in primitive servers? Are there even people in primitive servers? I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are probably jumping onto that right now. And of course, let's go ahead and look at this at night time with the lights on in the background. In the name of God. I'm not going to sing it. Anyway, so yeah, that's looking pretty sweet. That's looking somewhat reflective right there. But hey, that's the first skin to be accepted in about 3 years. It was already complete. Well, I mean, we don't have the boots and gloves. All right, it's getting closer to being fully complete. We'll go with that. Just confirm it doesn't glow in the dark as well. So, yep, point made. Understood. So, all right, cool. So, what's your opinion? Are you looking forward to the idea of potentially grabbing a full Knights Templar collection? because I've got to point this out. It might have been bought out today. That really wouldn't be that surprising to say, would it? No. And of course, alternatively, blue dabba-dee dabba-die. Sorry. But yeah, we now have a full collection for Naval Camo. I'm sure a lot of people are very happy about that. If you happen to have owned any of the skins beforehand, you might be pleasantly surprised to see that these have also been bought out and they are going up in price ever so nicely. So in terms of like all the collections we have in Rust, we don't actually have that many blue options. And I'm very much under the impression this is like the only lighter blue option we have in the game. Let alone the only one that doesn't really seem to reflect that much. If you look at this at night time with lights on nearby, it is really not that much in terms of being a shiny like set, which I'm thinking a lot of people are going to greatly appreciate. It's a bit debatable if you can even consider it as a camouflage set. I think Naval Camo is just like a joke name. I'm going to go stand in the water. But it doesn't reflect like a lot of the other camouflage sets. So, I mean, it's got that going for it. But are you a fan of the colour scheme? Are you a fan of the design? Are you hoping to see some other skins being produced? What would you like to see being made next? Go for the comment below. And now, let's move on to the next batch of skins. Come on everyone, get a good look. Another interesting blackout alternative has appeared. Well, I mean, technically the tier 3 appeared first, but the point still remains. After what, about 2 months? We finally have Black Ops Tier 2. And of course, at some point, I'm sure we're going to see boots and gloves, hoodie and pants. That'd be nice. Are they also going to be shiny? Let's really emphasize the point that it's kind of like metallic and black. But, you know, black diamond still worked out quite alright, and now shiny. Diamond encrusted. Oh, people appreciated that. Do people appreciate this, though? I'd love to hear your opinions. Feel free to comment below. Now, of course, I should showcase this at night time with the lights on, and as you might notice, it's quite shiny. Some people may like it, but I am fully well aware there's a lot of people that don't want to be seen super easily. So, okay. At least we're addressing it. At least we're pointing it out. But what is your opinion? And of course, let's just quickly pull up. Does it glow in the dark or anything? No. Took a while to appear. No. So, yeah, no glow. I'll pan around. My lights are a little bit delayed there. I don't know why. It's trying to sabotage me. But anyway, yeah. I think it looks cool. I think it looks nice. But the smartest thing always, if you were to consider doing investments, wait till Wednesday. It has quite a lot to catch up on because the tier 3, that did like 26,000 subscribers, didn't it? So, okay. But speaking of tier 3, should we go quickly switch it in? Because I know for a fact people want to see the tier 3 armor with the road sign kilt. So let's just get up nice and close and observe the shine. Ooh, look at that. So basically, the skin creators, Holodno, Kolotinsky, they make consistent quality work every single weekend in the Rust workshop. I will be expecting the hoodie and pants and the road sign gloves eventually, but give them time, alright? I mean, it took a while to see the tier 2, but hey, I don't think anyone's complaining, right? I don't think anyone's complaining. But maybe the hoodie and pants and the boots and gloves might appear faster. So, alright. Keep your eyes peeled. Soon enough, maybe we'll have a full-fledged collection. Which wouldn't surprise me. We tend to see at least one blackout alternative option appear every single year. Maybe we'll see another one. Keep an eye out, you never know. And of course, a quick look in total darkness, just to showcase that no, this does not glow in the dark. So, alright, understood. Right then, opinions please. And now let's move on to the weapons and the tools. Alright, it's been a long time coming. I thought I could one tap. Damn, well, at the very least, after about a year and a half, we finally see another Yoka skin being accepted. This right here is a collection continuation. It is the Antique Yoka. From Mr. Zink, you might recall we've seen the likes of some tools about a year or so ago. I'm pretty sure he had a salvage sword. So, okay. Get a good look at that. Who's pleased that they can now sneak up on someone and blast their head off in style? Look at that. An exquisite specimen. I guess we could probably look forward to like a revolver, a sap, a python. That might be a nice, interesting new addition. Build up the collection. So, alright, cool. If I could just reload this in front of you. And, of course, nighttime. I just want to get the point across that it's not a very good nightlight. But that means the other people won't notice it as you creep up on them and one-tap them in the head. I'm very pleased that happened right there. One tap, cool. Anyway, so let's go over to here. Let's just showcase this. Looking ever so nice and shiny in front of the lights at night time. Strike a pose and look pretty. So yes, I think that actually might sell quite nicely. But I've got to sit here and say, in the past, with all the recent Eokas, none of them have really performed that nicely. But that's for the predictions video. So what we care about is if you happen to like what you see. Could we see more of it? Could we see a collection? Keep an eye on the workshop. Right then, so that was looking nice. But next, I've got a salvaged axe. Now, I do believe the issue of the salvaged axes persists, but don't worry, I'm prepared for such a thing. So yes, Sunbaked. I thought this was actually originally submitted for Easter. I was mistaken. It was actually just a regular submission, so I chop, and well, with the version 2, it gets accepted, so chop, lovely. Nighttime look, does it like stand out? Does it glow in the dark? Nope, not from what I can see. Chop. But unfortunately, when you go over to here, you'll notice and you'll remind yourself, oh yeah, we can't see it in third person, at least when I'm holding it. So if I could just try and strike a pose, like kind of lean this way, yeah, we got that problem. But don't worry, I was prepared last week, I'll be prepared again this week. Let's just go over to here, because I just so happen to have it on display like so. And if we could just adjust the sun, go all the way around. Come on, sun, don't be shy. Get all the way. There we are. Perfect. Get a good look at that. So yeah, for some strange reason, it's perfectly fine on a rack, but not in my hands. And just to showcase, once again, no glow. So, alright, cool. No worries, no problems. And by all means, if you like it, go ahead, buy it, treat yourself. Support those skin creators. Keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. Let's just move that sun around again. Maybe the other way around, Hedge. Maybe the other way around, because I want to go ahead and make sure we get a good look at the Popstar jackhammer. That is a very nice, colourful, happy-looking design. But one thing you might notice, and we've seen this many times in the past, you know how we have like the two like bits that collide with each other? You got one of them happy and one of them sad. One's getting hit and the other one don't mind. So, alright, that's cool. Does it glow in the dark? No concerns in that regard. It might have some pretty good night light, but remember, only you see it at night time then. The other people can't. But they can still hear you, so yeah, point made. Right, well, let's go over to here then. Let's just give this a good look. Not exactly super shiny. I mean, it's quite reflective. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess it's got like a nice gloss all over it. A nice gloss. So let's go ahead and strike a pose. Get up nice and close. And I will warn you, something is coming. You might have noticed, quite recently, we have noticed quite a lot of anime theme skins being submitted to the workshop. A lot more than usual. A lot more than usual. And it's not stopping. Something's going to appear over the course of this weekend, and it might scare you. It might make you laugh. You might be pleasantly surprised with what we're about to see. But what is it? Well, maybe we might have a little secret at the end of the video. So, cool. It's another jackhammer, which was to be expected. We know that it's the focused item of the month. We know next week we'll very likely see another one, and chances are maybe the week after that another one. That's a Popstar skin. You might also notice that a lot of the Popstar skins happen to be appreciated, and they happen to retain their value quite nicely. So, you know. It's up to you. I'm just saying, if there were to be a jackhammer, it might be this one. And if you knew what potentially is on the horizon, there is a sheet Metador in the workshop right now. But there's more to come. So, yeah, all right, cool. It's a perfectly fine looking design. But now, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this SKS. What's wrong? Why are you shivering, Hedge? Uh-oh. So we'll just pause here for a second and just admire the view. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, I shot a cloud. So, yeah, that's the first ever transparent Aimsight in an SKS. And, oh, it just also happens to be a redemption weapon skin. So if you aren't fully well aware, in the past we've seen a lot of transparent Aimsights and redemption skins. Oh, those skins are doing very nicely right now. But that'll be a discussion for the predictions video. So what we care about is, do you like what you see? More specifically, does it look nice at night time as well? So it doesn't appear to have any good night light. But of course, still shoots good. So, alright, fair enough. Not going to complain. I know for a fact, based on what I've seen in the past, a lot of people have been appreciating redemption weapon skins. Even when we had some problems before, like with the AK during the awkward rust or bug we had like 2 years ago in the summer of 2024, it still recovered. People still appreciate it. So, alright. I actually kind of have high hopes for this SKS. I know we've seen a lot of SKSs recently, but this is the special one. Thing is though, is it always going to be the special one? The second we start seeing more and more transparent Aimsight SKSs, suddenly, well, this might start to go down in price. But again, that's a discussion for the predictions video. What do you think with what we just saw? Are you a fan? Do you like what you see? Hopefully, we see some hoodie and pants at some point. Maybe. Probably. Right? I'm sure that'd be nice as well. Well, it's up to the skin creator. Congratulations to Mr. Slanoster. That's a very nice looking SKS. Let's see how much it sells. What do you reckon? Yes? Feel free to comment below. Now, as we wrap up the video, just to really emphasize the positivity we have seen today with today's store, if you were to go to micro522.com, which is linked in the description of this video, just scroll down, look down there. Well, go to the accepted section and you'll see a snapshot of all the skins the very second that they're accepted, right? You'll see every single skin had a very good upvote to downvote ratio. You'll see every single skin had a very good score. And you might sit there and say, oh, but that's just because people voted for it afterwards. No. This is a snapshot the very second, right? All of these skins already had a ton of support. So, yeah, I think people are pretty pleased to see them accepted today. I wonder why. Oh, look at that. They've all been bought out. So, yeah, Naval Camo skins, Knights Templar skins, Black Ops skins, they've been bought out today. Yeah. So, yeah, just take a look. Hoodie, over $10 for the Knights Templar hoodie. The Naval Camo face mask is over $4, and the Black Ops metal face mask, it's only slightly above $1, but don't forget, that did sell for 25 cents for about 15 minutes. And, well, let's just say a lot got bought. So that's nice to see. That's very cool. So, all right, let's just go over to here, Rust Help, just to point out that, yeah, it's been an extra hour as I've been recording this. And, well, sales aren't too ridiculous, but again, Europe is asleep. So when we have the full 24 hours, all right, maybe that Redemption SKS might have a lot more sales, as an example. So, yeah, we'll talk more about that in the predictions video. Let me also just point out, if you aren't fully well aware, May Force Wipe is just around the corner. A brand new update is on the horizon. It's probably not going to be like a massive content update, but we are seeing some interesting things being implemented. As you'll notice, why are there separate entities for all these barrels? Because in the May update, you're going to be able to use a spray can to switch between the barrels now. Oh, okay, all right, that's useful. So, yep, just one of the interesting things. This is why we always point out, keep an eye on the commits. Lots of interesting things being mentioned. Brand new DLCs being mentioned as well. Industrial DLC. I reckon that's for June Force Wipe. Summertime. So, all right, cool. Well, keep an eye out. You'll be aware of all the new stuff being mentioned. Right. There's also one extra thing, and this is why you should keep an eye out for Mr. Protox on Twitter. A brand new charity plushie. So that's nice. All for a good cause. It might cost you maybe like $3, $5, but again, all for a good cause. But this is where I bring this up again. Now to sell the ninja suit for $10, because people keep asking for it. But if it was all for a good cause, if all profits went towards a charity, let's say if like Alzheimer's research, another cancer research charity, who's going to be upset? Yeah, it's $10, but it's still for a good cause, and you get the thing that you keep screaming about. And a lot of people like offering like their own thoughts and comments. Lots of people want Hobo Barrel. Well, I mean, face punch, it's right there. You want to earn millions, right? Millions for charity. So, yeah, I think not too many people would be too upset with that. That'd be nice. That'd be interesting. So, after what happened recently with Burnt Peanut getting those Twitch drops just because they could, Alistair did confirm, yes, they can give them out now. So, why not sell them for a good cause? And again, make sure they're non-tradable, marketable. Yeah, get the idea. Cool. So that's it. That's pretty much everything. Now, if I could just quickly point this out, if you want to be aware of all the most interesting brand new skin submissions, because I should say we didn't see a single early pick today. Consider watching the Rust Workshop skin checks for April 21, 2026. All of the collection continuations are chaptered. It's not too hard to just quickly navigate that. And one extra thing, I am making a brand new video series. I'm showcasing every single transparent door. I started off with wooden doors, garage doors are next. Basically emphasizing and showcasing the pay-to-win features with the transparent doors. Some of them have transparency, but like they don't have like useful see-through stuff. So yeah, you get the idea. Cool. And that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Wasn't there something else I was supposed to show? But what's wrong? Just a dark area. There's nothing too scary about that.